Hi, I'm James Leo, and I'm going to give you a demo of Returns Manager, which is used by customers to return products they have purchased from the seller of the product. This could be because of various reasons. Perhaps the product isn't what they wanted, it gets damaged in transit, or it breaks sometime later, either within or outside the warranty period. So before returning a product or products, I first need to create a return request using the page you can see here. I enter my unique account number, I enter my email address, and I enter my name. Now, when I click Next here, the account code that I've entered up here is validated against a list of account codes held in the Returns Manager database. The email address I've entered is used to send me notifications about updates to my return, and we'll see that a little bit later on. And also, I've got my name here just so the company can see who actually requested this return. So when I click Next, the account number I've entered is validated, and if it's successful, I see this page. Now, I've got some header information up here with my account number, my account name, my email address, and my name. So now I can enter in details of the product or products I want to return. So I first need to enter the product code here. Now, I might not know the product code, so there's this handy search facility here. Now, what I can do is I can just enter in a search string. I'm just going to enter in camera, press search, and I see two results. Two slightly different cameras with different product codes. So I can then decide which is the camera I've got and I want to return, and I can then choose it, and the product code is entered in here. And now I can enter in the return reason, the reason I want to return this. And this is used by the company to ascertain whether they want to accept this return, because this is a request at the end of the day. So I'm going to say the case is correct, and that's what I'm going to put in. I can then also select whether this is a warranty return, and it shows just by selecting this number, and it says proof of purchase required. So let's say it's outside the warranty period, and I click the Add button. So you notice here now I've got a line. So this shows the details of the product that I want to return, the reason, and if there's anything in here that I don't like, I want to change, or I just decided I've got the wrong product, I can just click the remove button and it's taken out. Now also, I can now add another line to this return request, so I can return multiple products. But for this demo, I'm just going to return one. So I click on the confirm request, and I'm then taken to this screen to say, hey, thanks very much for your return request, and it's been logged, and now it's going to get processed by the company who sold the product. Also, what happens is an email is sent back to the customer as here to say, thank you, your request. It's the same information basically, your request was, and to notify you by email if there's any changes. But there's also a handy little link here that I can click on, and it takes me to this page. Pretty much at this moment in time, it's just all the details I've added. But as we go along, you'll see things change. Now, the great thing about this page is I didn't need to log on, which is handy, because I don't, as the company selling the product, I don't have to maintain a list of logins for my customers. But this page is still very secure because it uses a token that's shown up here to access this page. And this token is pretty much impossible to guess, so it renders this page fairly secure. This token doesn't change. This token is now linked to this return request, so I can actually bookmark this page and come back to it at various times. And I'll show you that as we go along. Okay, so let's now look at the point of view from the seller of this product and see what they see. So now I have to log on, as so, And I'm taken into the page, the default page, is a pending return request. So these are where customers, just like I've done, has actually requested a product, but I haven't actually said whether I'm going to accept this return request. And I can see a list of return requests here, and here's the one that I just entered. And I click on it, and it shows me details of the return request. So it shows me when it was requested, the account number, the account name, who it was, and the email address. And it shows me details of the product or products, in this case just a single line, that's being returned. So I can look at the return reason. The case is cracked. I can say, okay, it's not within the warranty period. That's fine. I don't need to check anything about it. And we've got two options now. I can either accept this request or I can reject it. And if I reject it, I can actually put a rejected reason. Now, to accept it, I just have to click this. But I'm actually going to reject this to show you within this demo the workflow. So I'm going to reject it because I'm going to say more information is needed. So all I need to do is click on the process button, and that's done. You can see it actually it's been removed from this pending return request page because it's now no longer pending. Instead, if you see under the return request menu, there's a pending returns, which is this page I've just seen, and it also rejected returns. And here it is in the rejected returns. Now, from a point of view of the customer, they get now another email to say, hey, thank you, your return request has been viewed. Please note that we rejected at least one return line. And in fact, there is only one return line. Now, click again, there's the handy link there. But if I was just to go back to this page and say I've bookmarked it, I just have to refresh this page or come back to this page, and you can see something's changed. Now the status has changed. It's been rejected with a rejected reason, need more information. Now, I've got some options here. I can actually, I've got a box here to enter a message, which I can send, say, hey, don't reject this return, or I can send email, or I can actually contact the company directly and say, don't reject this return because of this reason, maybe giving some more information, because it does say more information is needed. So let's say I did that, and the company then says, okay, I'll accept this return. What happens then? So as I showed you, it's in the, I will go back to rejected returns. I will go back to the return, pretty much the same screen as we've seen before. So this time, instead of just rejecting it by putting a rejected reason, I click on accept. Now I accept this return, and I click process. Now it's gone from the rejected returns queue, which is good. Where's it gone? It's gone, obviously, in the accepted returns queue, and you can see it here. The customer receives another email to say, hey, thank you, your return request has been viewed. Please go back to this web page. Again, the link's showing there. So we now know that we can just go back to this web page and click refresh. And again, we see the information's changed. Now the status is accepted. It says return request accepted. You must print and use the return label to return items to us. Items arriving without the return label clearly displayed would not be accepted. Okay, that allows the company who sold the product to make sure that this has been returned with an accepted return request. So I click on this, and I can I've got a label that I can print out. The label shows me the returns number clearly displayed, and it's got the address of the company to send it back to, and it's also got this return number is also barcoded, so I can use a scanner to scan it in when it arrives. Okay, so I package up my camera. I print out the return request. I stick it on the parcel, and I return it to the company. It arrives from the company, and so the first thing the company needs to do is book it in. And so they will look at accepted returns request, and they will expect to see it in here. And of course, we do see it here, the number 10136. Click on it, and now I can book it in. You may have noticed there's a search field here that's pretty much shown on every screen So this allows me to find returns based on the returns number and also the line number. For this return, there's only one line, but there could be several returns, line numbers. And each product could be have a different action. So some products that might be accepted, some products might be rejected. Some after they've been accepted, some products might need repairing or need refunding, exchanging, whatever, and they can actually be separated through the workflow process. So let's say I want to find this return. So 1036 is a return number. So let's just go back to, say, rejected returns. So I'm on this screen. I just put the number in there, say search, and I came back to the same page. So again, I see the header information, and I see some more information I can enter here. Now, the first thing I've got here is notes for internal use only. So this will not be displayed to the customer, and I can make notes when I book this product in that might be used by other people within the company. So I can put something like this product suffers from cracked cases. Please check the serial number to see if it's from the same batch. Whatever we want to do, just to kind of mark this. The other is used to actually display notes back to the customer. Now, this is kind of handy when people are returning products to be repaired, exchanged, whatever, and they've left things out. Like one case would be remote control for a device that has a remote control. People often forget to put remote controls in, and then at a later stage they said, hey, you didn't send me back the remote control. And if you haven't made a note of that, you might think, oh, okay, then we'll send you another remote control, and it might cost the company money. So in this case, say a camera maybe has a strap, so I might say that strap wasn't returned. And then in the early stages of this product being returned, we can establish whether the strap was there or not. So we need to repair this product. So we set its status as pending repair. So that tells the repair department this needs to be repaired. And so the repair department want to find out where this product is to repair it. We can actually set the stock location, which is say 02, which is product pending repair. And finally, I want to book it in, so I select the booking tick box. So, and then I say booking selected lines. And of course, it disappears from accepted returns request. So from this menu item, from pending returns, accepted and rejected returns, it's gone. It's now in returns in process. It's in process, and it's actually pending repair. So it should be under this menu item, and there it is. So what's the customer going to see? Well, if we go back to the screen and they do a refresh, they see now it's pending repair. Now, if they see pending repair and after a few days they come up a bit dissatisfied that they haven't heard anything, they can always chase the return by clicking on this field, put some notes in there, and click chase item, and an email gets sent to the returns department to say, hey, what's going on? I'll be waiting 2 weeks, whatever. Okay? So let's say the return has now, the returns department has moved it on to the repair department. The repair department has picked this camera up and actually fixed it. So they go into more details here, and you've got a screen here where they can add information about it. So they can see that the strap wasn't there, so that's good. It wasn't lost. They can see an internal note, so they check the serial number, and they can add to this note and say serial number checked, and it was from a different batch or something, whatever. The return notes actually show the customer what we did to repair this, and we can actually, so the customer will see this, these notes, and I'll show you how that works in a second. So we can say the size case replaced and that's it. Whatever we want to put in there. We have some more information we can put down here. Well, it's not within the warranty period, so we're going to charge £120 for it. We can put the delivery note or consignment, courier, more information to tell the customer about how we're returning this product to them. And when we've done that, we click the update button, like so. Now, when we return this product, we're going to put a return report in the box for the product to show the customer what we've done. And to get that return report, we click on this button here, and it takes us to a PDF document here that we now can print out. Now, if you look, we've got the date, we've got information about the item was returned because the case is cracked and has been pending return, and details of the work done, the size of the case was replaced, the strap wasn't returned, and the cost of repair is £120. We print this out and we put it in the box with the camera and send it back to the customer. Now, it's no longer pending repair, so we can update the location status information and say it's been repaired, and because it's been repaired, we take out the pending repair item location and put it in products repaired awaiting to test, and so we can update the location status information of the product. Okay? So from my point of view, from the repair of the product, I've finished, I've done my job, and it's now just me sending back to the customer. The customer receives an email to say, hey, your return now has been complete. The action has been repaired, and some other comments like the strap wasn't returned. If the customer refreshes this page, they'll see things have changed. It's been repaired, and now they can actually see that return report that actually can be printed out and put in the box, but they can actually see exactly the same report here. And they can see what's happened, the cost of it. Okay? So from point of view of this product, it's been repaired, and so now it's not in progress, it's completed. And so if we looked at completed returns that have been repaired, we can see, and it's actually this last one here, and we can click on it, and we can see, and we can still update information about it if needs be. Before finishing, let's just look at some of these other menu items that we have up here. So, as I said, this is all about the return request in its initial stages. These menus are all about it's in progress. It's either being, it can be being assessed, it can be being repaired, it can be we'll decide to replace it, swap it out, or whatever. Or we just return it to the customer. We've got it in, assessed it, say, hey, nothing we can do about it. Completed returns, it's been repaired, refunded, replaced, whatever. Now, we've got return request. This is pretty much the same page we saw right at the beginning of the demo, and this allows the company to raise a return request on behalf of the customer if they haven't got internet access or for whatever reason. Also, we have reports now. We have management reports, so the manager of the returns department or the company even can go in and see what's the situation in terms of things that are pending repairs, being repaired. And these numbers here relate back to the queues. So if we say pending assessment, that's the products, we've got the list of products here. Okay. Also, we can do a more kind of custom report of items that have been booked in, so they're in the kind of process. And if we feel that there's a lot of products that are not kind of moving through the whole kind of workflow process, we can use this filter criteria to look at, we can do it by account number, by date submitted by the customer, date that's booked into the company, and we can see like what's happening. Finally, we've got the completed returns report. So for all the stuff that we've actually completed, that we repaired, we replaced, we swapped out, we can do, we can filter it, excuse me, filter on the product code, on the date that was submitted. created and data put in. And also we can actually export all the information to Excel and allow further analysis to be accomplished. System management, we can, this is to do with managing users, managing information about the system, and what have you. And finally, we have the logout button. So we can log out. So that completes the demo of Returns Manager.